That means. So the title of this training is how to 10x your affiliate result in 2022. That means if you are doing 1 sale per week, 10x of 1 sale per week means 10 sales per week, right? And if you are doing 10 sales per week, 10x of it means 100 sales per week, and it's possible. 100 sales per week is just 3 million naira per week, and it's doable. People have done it and all that. If you're not making anything at all, that means 10x of what you're not making at all means you now get to start making something. And that is like the whole essence of this training, right? So I'm just going to get right into it. Well, you guys know me a lot. Everyone here, almost everyone know me, let me not say everyone. My name is Caleb, and in 2020, I was a struggling affiliate. I was struggling, like I see a lot of people complain now that they don't know how to make sales. It's not working for them, this. Well, it happened to me too. In 2020, when I started, I was also a struggling affiliate. And I started in July 2020. Between July, August, September, I struggled a lot, like a whole lot. The old Expertnaire support group, if you go to that support group, scroll up, go to the July period, you will see my complaint a whole lot. Then my problems were many because I was new to the whole internet marketing. Yeah, I was making money online before I got into IG, but I was not really into internet marketing per se. What I was doing then before I got into IG was I was just teaching mini importation WhatsApp classes, and I was charging 2.5 for it per person. So it's not like I entered into the whole of using Facebook ads or anything. I didn't know much about it, the whole email marketing. But then I've been hearing of email marketing, the money in the list and everything. So when I first came in contact with Centralized, I was already sold on it because I've been following Bostoing for some time. And when I watched that video, I bought a course from Bruno. So when I watched that video, I was like, wow, so this is what the email marketing they've been talking about. And I wanted to get into it. So when I got into it, like I said, I struggled. I didn't have much WhatsApp contacts. Now, I hear a lot of people say, I don't have WhatsApp contacts. I'm an introvert. Well, I was also like you because, to be honest, then before I started affiliate marketing, I didn't have more than 3 friends. 3 friends is just like, let me say my roommates. Those were my friends. I didn't have friends. So basically, I didn't have audience on WhatsApp. So if you are going to say that, let it do organic traffic, there was no organic traffic to even do sell. There was no audience to even do organic traffic. So, but then it happened that I had some money to run ads because I was already teaching WhatsApp, mini importation on WhatsApp. So I had some money with me. That was like around 200K. And that was from where I got the IG course. I still had some money left. So what I did was when I got the course, I studied that course. Like in 5 days, I studied that course twice. I finished the whole strategy course twice. So when I finished it, I went straight to setting up the whole email marketing campaign, Facebook ads and everything. When I set up everything, I was really happy because I thought that, the way Boston explained everything in that course and the whole math. So I've already calculated the math in my head, like if you start this now, this is the amount you're going to be making. If you can sell how many of these products, this is the amount you're going to be making. If you can sell, I can remember I first went for the product with the highest commission then. There was this product by Victory. One product is, I think that product is like on affiliate market, it was by Victory. That was the product I wanted to sell because there was enough commission here and all that. So I was already calculating in my head that if I sell 10 of these products in a week or in a month, I'm going to make some amount of money. But I thought that was how it is. Now, when I said the whole stuff, first of all, my campaign started. I was getting leads, but those leads were not buying. Well, I'm going to tell you the things I did wrong because right now I know my errors then, but then I didn't know those errors. So when I started, first my leads were not buying. I was getting this most one like 20 leads per day, 30 leads per day. They were not buying. I was spending money on ads. Some days I was spending 3K, 2K, and it was paying me because I don't get money and I'm spending all this money. They're not buying. Then I will come back to a Expertnaire support group. Then I will complain that, see, I'm getting this, so these people are not buying. Waiting, they happen now. They're entering my email list. And my email self were even entering promotion tab. So the problem was just much. When I complain, some people tell me that it's scared with your email sequence, email copies that you're not writing well. I said, okay, no problem. I went to my product marketplace. I bought this course by Tono Motor Show, this sales and marketing package. I don't know if the course is still there. When I bought it, I went through the course. I got some good email copies. I modeled them, like changed words and everything. Used it as my follow-up, my email sequence. It didn't work. People were not still buying. I will come back and complain again. People were telling me that it's probably my target. I'm not targeting the right audience, people that have money. I said, okay, no problem. I still went back. Remember, I first bought some strategy course. After buying it, I never get result. I've wasted money on ads. I went back and bought join a motor sales and marketing package. I still never get results. I went back again, bought this Persuasive ad course on Persuasive ad course. When I got that course, I came back, studied the course, did my whole targeting, everything. Still, I wasn't making sales. So this thing happened between July to September. So over that period, I spent over 100K on ads with just one sale. Now that sale that I made didn't come from those campaigns I was doing. It actually came from Twitter, because during that period, there was this post I saw. I had to like drop, no matter how you go to Twitter, I drop comments, try to get organic traffic. So when I dropped the comments there, people were like responding. So I had to like start chatting them up on their Twitter DM. So I sent them my affiliate link to go watch the video, because then that first video was still on our affiliate link to go watch the video. And some watched it, some never got back to me. But just one random day like that, I got one sale of sense. So I was just happy, but I didn't know where that sale came from. But I'm pretty sure that it's not from the email marketing. So after that, between that July to September, that was like 3 months period. Everything was just rough, like just rough. I was like, why is this thing now? Because I've been seeing people post sales. That then we are still quite few in Bruno support group. Then it was just I, Bruno, Chigozie, Grace, Carlo, and some other people in the group. And those guys will be dropping alerts. Why is KD not drop anything? In fact, there was a time that my mother was like, in fact, it's like, I'm going to leave this group, because I was becoming pressured. Like, how will we be here? People are dropping alerts. Some people will drop 200K, 300K in a week, and they're not even making anything. Not like you're not even making anything, you're even losing money on top, like you're losing the one you have. So then between October, I stopped affiliate marketing, like everything, for like 2 weeks. When I stopped, I just wanted to like say, okay, what is it that I'm doing wrong? How do I like fix this problem? Now, when I was complaining, I wasn't complaining because I wanted to fix the business. I was complaining because I wanted to get it right. Because the truth is that was the only business that I could have done then. Even if I did affiliate marketing, what else would I do? I can't stay idle. So I was just complaining to get it right. Then in October, I got this idea of WhatsApp marketing. Yeah, I've heard of WhatsApp marketing before. I read that last Matthew's blueprint, but the whole stuff didn't really make sense to me. So when it made sense to me was when my mind told me, why not just go back to the WhatsApp marketing? Even if you don't have audience, build your own audience from scratch. The reason why I'm telling these stories, for you to know that Caleb was once like you. Caleb was at the down part once. Caleb has been oppressed before with alert. So if you have been oppressed now, just know that Caleb has been oppressed before with alert. Now, my mind told me, why not go back to WhatsApp? If you don't have audience, build your own audience from scratch. I said, okay, this is actually going to work. Then I came back to WhatsApp. My first attempt to WhatsApp marketing was not successful. I will set up ad, Facebook will disable the ads. I'll do this, bring people to my WhatsApp, do WhatsApp classes, no one is buying. Then the new idea now came to me, okay, why not just use this thing as a lead magnet? Because then I knew how to do phone graphics, this more graphics to do with phone, and animation, this one to do with phone too. So my mom was like, okay, Caleb, why not just use this thing as lead magnet? Set up a Facebook ad. Since it's not an ad on making money online, Facebook will let it run sharp because just an ad on like learning animation graphics. So Facebook will not censor the ad, it will run fast. So when I did that, the ads actually worked, and people started coming to my DM like they want to learn graphics, they want to learn animation for free. And on the day of the class, this is me telling you how I started from scratch now. So I guess you have to pay attention at this part. On the day of this class, I will first come like, okay, today is the day of the class. But before I teach that class, I usually use something to attract them to my DM, because the whole idea is for them to save your contacts, get to view your status. So when they first join my WhatsApp group, I will tell them, okay, I have a free gift for you. If you want the gift, click the link below to get the gift. Now, those gifts are ebooks. I went to pdfdrive.com. I downloaded some books on marketing, copywriting, and all that. So when people hear free gifts, they will always click the link. And when they click the link, it will direct them to my DM. When they come to my WhatsApp DM, it will not give them instruction, okay, save my contact. After you saved it, let me know. So I will send the gift. And people are doing it. If I get a class of if I fill one WhatsApp group, from the group, probably 150 or 180 people will message me to get the gift and save my contact. And that way, I started doing it after the first class, I'll do another class. So on the day of the first class I did, what I did was, the first class, before teaching that phone graphics and animation, I first took 5 to 10 minutes, explained to them the various how you can make money online. If you're looking for how to make money online, these are how you can make money online. I explained this to them. After explaining these things to them, and I said, okay, since we have done this part, let's move into the main stuff that we came for, and now move into in the phone graphics. After everything, I'll now log the group and now come back to the original message I sent, the first one. There's how you can highlight the message when you send it. So I came back and replied that message okay, if you're interested in any of this business, message me, let's talk about it. I'm free now. And because I got that one sale, I did that time for strategy, and those courses I bought for myself, I got the email alerts too. So more of I just have proofs for myself. So, and I now show those proofs. Here is what I've made from affiliate marketing. This can be useful. Because they were approved there, people will come and message, okay, I want to learn affiliate marketing and all that and all that. So that was the starting point for me. I did that stuff, I did it for 5 WhatsApp groups. Now, the first lady that bought from me with that method was, she has heard of affiliate marketing before from Onome Morin. So when she bought, I was very happy. Now, I was happy because I found something that works, which means this thing actually works. Now, it's not left for me to make the best I can make out of it, because this is something that works. And that day I was very, very happy that this lady bought. And from there, another person bought, another person bought, another person bought. And that was the beginning point for me, right? Now, while I was struggling affiliates, for that zone of struggling athletes, I did 3 things. You work on your mindset. Anyone here that is struggling as an athlete, you first have to work on your mindset, because mindset is key. In this business, if you don't work on your mindset, in fact, I do feel like mindset is 70% of the work. If you get that mindset right, it's going to be you have conquered most of the work here. You have to work on your mindset. Like I said, when I was complaining then as an athlete, I wasn't complaining because I didn't want to leave the business. I wanted to get it right. But I see lots of athletes, someone will stay for 1 week now, and they'll say the person well, this thing is scam. I know I explain this thing very well. So what is scam? Let's just face it now. Some athletes make 200K per week, some 300K. If you're making 200K per week, that means in a month you made 800K. Or you ask yourself, how many people do you know that have job in Nigeria that make 800K per week? Even lots of managers don't make 800K per week. People go every day, wake up in Lagos 4 a.m., they come back 11, 12 p.m. and 11 p.m. and they don't make up to 800K. In fact, they barely make 200K, 300K per week. And then you are sitting in your house at the corner of your room, and you want to make 800K per week. Now, how do you think that is going to be easy? Of course, it's not going to be easy, because you're also doing business. Forget the part that you're not you're not entering Lagos traffic, you're not entering bus, you're in just your house, but you also doing business. You have to see it from the angle of business. And you know that to make money is not easy. There is nothing you do in this life to make money that is easy. Even if you want to go and rob, it's not easy. If not, they will not rob all the banks within Nigeria. But robbing bank is not easy. Stealing is not easy. So whatever thing you do to make money is not easy. Now, in business, it's now more harder making money in business than doing it illegally. Which means if you're in business, you have to prepare that this is actually going to get hard. And why is it going to get hard? Is that how nature balances things. If making money was easy, everyone would have been rich. You will see everyone driving cars and all that. But nature balances it in such a way that it has to filter those that are actually ready for success from those that are not ready for success. Now, how do you know that you're ready for success? Is when you persevere, when you get those hard parts and you don't give up. But sadly, a lot of people get those hard parts and they've just given up on it, which means you have to work on your mindset. You have to have the right mindset to money. Know that this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a business you're starting. My problem I have with a lot of people is that they don't see affiliate marketing as a business. Some see it as a hustle, some see it as a side, like some just see it anyhow, some see it as like a hobby. Like, you don't see it that way. This is a business. See that you are, in fact, see it in such a way that you have a shop, right? And every day you must open your shop. There are some days you will call, you not make sales. Someone that has a shop, unless someone that has a shop in Lagos Island, there's some days the person will call, the person who won't make a sale. There's some days the person will call, the person will make lots of sales. There's some days you will come, something has happened to you, let's say fire caught your shop. You have to factor these things in online business too, that these things can happen. And that's the mindset you should have. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. You should have that right mindset. Now, number two, you should focus on one thing, right? Okay, let's get to this part. I'm going to start talking about how you can actually now scale up your result as an affiliate. But before I get to that scaling up result as an affiliate, let me talk about that part of starting again. Now, if you're here and you've not really made a sale, let's say you've not made one sale or you just made 2 sales, here is how you can actually start. There are so many ways to start from scratch as an affiliate. You can start with organic traffic, and you must not sell strategy because there are so many products on Expertnaire to sell. There's this card tracker products. It's just that I even noticed the products sell. Someone was saying that he sold was like 30 of those products. One of my students was saying he sold 30 of those products. It was just today, just like so they search product on Expertnaire. You can check other products. You must not sell strategy. You can check other products. And the best part is that those products, you can still sell them with WhatsApp marketing. You can still sell all of it with WhatsApp marketing. Okay, let me not say all of it. 70% of the product on Expertnaire, you can sell them with WhatsApp marketing. The card tracker products, the Amazon KDP, the freelance money product, all those products, you can sell them with WhatsApp marketing. Personally, for me, I prefer selling strategy because it pays me higher commission. And of course, it's now easier for me to sell because more of like I've built authority in that product. So it's easier for me to sell. Now, as a newbie, you must not sell that product. You explore other products. You explore other products, right? And then when I talk of first on one thing, I already talked about this. See affiliate marketing as a business. Personally, for me, I see it as a business. I wake up every day by 4 a.m. because I usually have lots of messages. Overnight, I have messages to reply. So that means I wake up by 4 a.m. All the messages I did not reply like the previous night, I wake up every day by 4, sometimes 3 a.m. Reply like 300, 400 messages because I know that if I don't reply these messages, when those guys wake up, they are going to keep on sending more messages and it keeps on increasing. So that means wake up in the morning, look at your business, take your phone. You are not, this is not a hobby, this is a business, this is something that is making you money. When I wake up, I reply my messages. Then more of like, what am I trying to say? I focus on affiliate marketing. Like this is what I do full time. In a day, I don't do any other thing than affiliate marketing. Like this is what I do from morning till night. You might want to ask, okay, boss, why do you do it from morning till night? Well, for me, I take affiliate marketing as like a business. So I give it my 100%. I focus on it. I don't do any other thing. I haven't sold any other course on Expertnaire apart from strategy. I haven't done, since I said affiliate marketing, I haven't done any other business. I don't even have a course. I haven't created any course before. That's because I wanted to give affiliate marketing 100%. And if you want to scale up, if you're someone that wants to make crazy figures, you really have to give it 100%. You don't have to be distracted and everything. Okay, let me take for an example. Last year, Chigozie was working at Jumia, and before he resigned, he was doing like 200K, 300K per week. And when he told me he wanted to resign, he was not really sure to resign. But I had to tell him, I'm not telling anybody to resign, please. I'm just giving an instance. I had to tell him, okay, guy, look at this thing. You're already making money from affiliate marketing. How much are they even paying at Jumia? Leave the job and focus more on it. And you can see from that last year till now, you can see how his earnings increased. What is that trying to tell you? Whatever thing that you focus 100% is always going to grow. Whatever thing that is focused 100% is always going to grow. I have this problem with affiliate that you see someone, the person is doing affiliate marketing today, the person talk about affiliate marketing on his status. Tomorrow, you will see the person posting about shoes and bags. Next tomorrow is the person. How do you want your audience to see? How would they even see that you're serious? You have to talk about one thing. Keep talking about it. Let people know you. This is who you are. When people call my name now, people know me with affiliate marketing. And that is the only way I get the best out of it. Imagine if I'm selling a strategy on my status, and the next day you see me talking about another product. On the next day, you see me talking about the coaching product. I'm not saying that you shouldn't sell other products, but you focus 100% on one thing. See it as a business. This is the only way you can get to make the best out of it. Every day, I get to reply nothing less than 500, 400. In fact, there was a time it reached 600 messages per day. How do I get to do that? Like, it's just one person replying it. I have 3 different WhatsApp, 3 different phones. So how do one person get to handle 3 different WhatsApp and 3 different phones? That is because I removed all distractions. I just have to focus on this thing. Personally, for me, I'm not someone that likes going out, so I rarely go out. In fact, sometimes in a week, I will just leave my house 1 or 2 times, unless I want to go to show. Or like normal going out 1 or 2 times, I don't even go out. So that way, I have a whole lot of time to focus on this thing. And if you're someone that is here and let's say you're already making 100K, 200K per week, you don't have to do everything yourself. There's something that happened. As of last year, I was trying to run some of my campaigns myself and everything. But when I started giving people my work to do, I'll pay people to run my ads. Like if I want to design a new landing page, I have this guy that does my landing page. He will do it. I have people that run my ads. I share the whole work. In fact, I even have an assistant now. I share the whole work. That way, when you are sharing your work, you are getting more time for yourself. Now you're using all the time you have to convert people. If I wake up every day, what I do is to convert prospects. I don't go about checking how is my campaign doing. Am I getting this? Am I doing this? No, I just focus on conversion. And that is the way you get to make the best. Imagine, okay, if one person is replying messages, that same person is checking his campaign, that same person is managing the comments in the campaigns. All these things are things that distract you. So now I have to find a way that remove those distractions. Let just your focus be on one thing. Conversion, getting those sales. That should be your conversion. So if you're here and you're making 100K, 200K per week, it's time for you to 10x that result. And how can you 10x that result? You have to give people work to do for you. Let people do those work for you. If you want to run ads, get people to run those ads. Let them run it, manage the ads, the comments and everything. Your work should just be to respond those leads that are coming to your WhatsApp. And you can even use autoresponders on WhatsApp. It gets to make your work easier. You don't have to save or manually save those contacts. You can use autosave. There's this autosave software that I use. Use those autosave. Like, what are you trying to do? You're trying to get yourself time. You're trying to get as much time, because all of us have 24 hours in a day. But it all depends on how you handle that 24 hours. How do you manage it? Get the best time you can get out of it. And then constant traffic. The last part of these 3 things is constant traffic. Now, let me tell you what happens with traffic. As of earlier last year, that was when I started running paid ads, because I'm not a fan of organic traffic. I like paid ads because it's more fast. Now, last year, I was running ads, I will run ads for 1 week. The next week, I will not run. I will give 2 weeks gap and run. Then as of that last year, January, February, March, I was making 200K, 300K per week. But those ads we are running 2 weeks intervals. I will run ads. I will run ads 1 week today now, and in the next 3-4 weeks, I won't run ads. No. Now it got to a point I started running ads every day. I started running ads every day from that was around August last year. Every day my ads is running. Every day my ads is running. Now, do you guess what happens? When you're getting this, I know you must have heard of this thing a lot. Sales is a game of numbers, and that is a game of numbers. It's a game of numbers. As of last year, when I was as of last year, January, February, March, I was getting 50, 20, 30 leads per day. My sales were crawling. That was when I was in 100K, 200K per week. Because I kept on getting those leads, even if I was getting 50 leads per day, 20 leads, I kept getting them constant. There's what we call accumulation. There's what we call accumulation. Now, you have to let the law of accumulation work for you. Imagine when you get 100 today to your funnel, and out of those 100 people, let's say 10 of them are interested in Centralized. Let me use Centralized as an example. That means the remaining 90 are not interested, and tomorrow you get another 100. That means those interested are now 20 people. Next tomorrow you get another 100. That means those interested are now 30. Imagine when you do it constantly for like 1 month. When you do it for like 1 month, that means in 1 month you have gotten 300 people interested in sexuality. Let's say they've not bought, but they're interested. They know the price and you actually want to get the cost, probably saving up. And you kept on doing it for like the next month you do it. That means in 2 months now you've done it. In 2 months you have 600 people interested. In 3 months you still did the same thing. You have 900 people interested. Now, because you have been doing it, you from those first set of people, you'll be getting sales small. But if you keep on doing it, it will get to a point that the first set of people, let's say the first set of people, you got them in January. Those you got in January are already buying. Now, those you got in February, they have started buying. That means those in February have joined those of January to buy. So let's say those of January are converting at a rate of like 1 person in 2 days. If those in February start converting at that rate of 1 person in 2 days, when you add it together, you see that you now start getting 1 sales every day, 1 sales every day. Imagine when those in March convert at that same rate, that means it will start increasing to like 2 sales per day, 3 sales per day. And this is exactly what happens. Accumulation happens. When you start accumulating traffic, keep increasing it, keep getting it every day. It will get to a point that those from January are buying, those from February are buying, those from March are buying, those from April are buying. Like everyone is now like buying at the same time. And this is exactly what happens when you see someone drop a screenshot of 10 sales, 20, 30 sales per day, 50 sales per day. That does not mean that person got those leads last month. Does not mean he got them last 2 months. In fact, I have people from 2020 that are still converting till now. Like, imagine I met someone in 2020. See, 2021, you don't buy. This is 2022. They are still buying. That means the more leads you get, the more sales you are likely to make. Your focus as an affiliate should be getting traffic. Keep getting those traffic. Let it accumulate. Let it pile up. Imagine you have like 300 views on WhatsApp and you're making like 1 sale in 1 week. Imagine what happens when you increase that views to 1,000. Imagine what happens when you increase it to 2,000. Imagine what happens when you increase it to 3,000. Imagine what happens, like, let's say you have like 6,000 views of quality people. Right now, personally for me, I used to have about 8,000 to 9,000 views on WhatsApp. Like I said, I use 3 phones. And why do I use 3 phones? WhatsApp is not built for too much audience. So on one, this is how you build audience on one phone. To start hanging, WhatsApp start hanging. You not even be able to post on your status or even reply messages. Right? So that means I use 3 phones. Now across the 3 phones, there are different audience across the 3 phones. But bringing the whole views together, I get 8,000, 7,000 plus views per day. Imagine when you are getting 8,000 views per day and you are engaging them every day. Why wouldn't you be making, say, like 8,000 people? These people are quality views, interested in what you're buying. Why wouldn't you be making, even if your village people are after you, there's no how you know between at least 3 million naira every month. This is just the truth. There's no how you know between at least, let's just say your village people after, they don't want you to make more money, but you will still do not less than 3 million naira every month, right? Let's show that the more audience you have, the more sales you are likely to make. This is the law of distribution. The guy that has more distribution actually wins more. Now ask yourself, what's the difference between Dangote and the guy selling cement in his shop? Or what's the difference between the Gala company, the Gala factory, and the guy is selling Gala in his shop, like maybe as a retailer, as a wholesale? It's simple. The Gala company reaches more audience. The Gala company, which, like, let's say there's one Gala company supplying the whole of Nigeria. That means one Gala company is covering the whole of Nigeria. But the guy in his shop can be covering just 1 street. Imagine when you are covering 1 street and that person is covering the whole of Nigeria. The whole of about, let's say, 200 million Nigerians. And the guy in his street is probably like, let's say, 1,000 people in his street. Do you compare the both? You can't compare the both. You can't compare. The guy in his street, there's no how he will sell past 1,000. There's no how you sell past 1,000 because you can only sell today, like the maximum amount you can sell is today, audience you have. Now that let's say me that have 8,000 views on WhatsApp now. Let's if there's another guy somewhere that has like 20,000 views, there's no how my sale and that guy's sale will be the same. The guy will dust me because why? He has more audience than Caleb. And it's just that way. So that's how it just works. That's how you see some people make more money than others. When you look at it, check the audience is like it's different. Look at the top athletes that you know, Jackdo, Chigose, Joy, and others. They all have massive audience, right? That is so that as an affiliate, as a newbie affiliate, as the affiliate that is making 50K per week, as the affiliate that is making 100K per week, your focus should be on building audience, right? Your focus should be on building audience. Right now, if you go on Facebook, you see my ads everywhere on Facebook. That's why? That's because I want to build more audience. Now, if you're a newbie affiliate and you're wondering, okay, how do you actually do this whole ad something since you don't have money and all that? The idea is start with organic traffic. When you start with organic traffic, as you're making, when I said in 2020, I didn't have the amount I was spending on ads. Right now, I spend like 60K, 50K per day on ads, depending. I didn't have 60K then to spend on ad per day. But how did I come up to this level? Then when if I make like one sale, because there was a time I was making one sale in 1 week, like 20K in 1 week, 30K. In fact, like, I even remember this conversation I had with Chico. Then there was a time I was telling Chico that I'm stuck in this 60K per week. Like that time, my sales doesn't pass 60K per week. I'll tell you that guy, I need to break out from this 60K per week. Like, what is all this? But what did I do? When I started making one sale per week, when I get those sales, like I said, you take this thing as a business. Don't take it as a hobby or a side hustle. Take it as a full-time business. Because there's no how you take affiliate marketing as a side hustle and you're making as much as someone that takes it as a full-time hustle. No. Personally, for me, affiliate marketing is my full-time. If that is what I do every day I wake up, I just do affiliate marketing, make money and have peace of mind, right? Now, that time, if I make when I was doing one sale per week, when I get that one sale, I don't spend that money. What am I spending it for? Not like now, since IG commission is 30,000. If you get 10,000 in 1 week, what will 10,000 even do for you? It's not even rich for flexing. So you simply keep that money, use it and run ads, get more audience, because the truth is adverts are investments. And there's no how you run an ad and you lose out of it. So far you got this to your funnel, you can't lose out of it. It's practically impossible for you to run an ad and then you tell me that you lost from the ad, unless you didn't get to your funnel. But so far people get into your WhatsApp, one way or the other, they will still buy, you will still get your money back. Highest to just take time for them to buy, but you still get your money back. So what I do then is that if I make one sale, I won't spend that money. I will keep it. That as of last year, I was doing more of tutor influencers. Then I will keep it. Be an influencer. Use this money. Run ad for me. I will get more leads. As I'm getting leads, if I make sale, I will still use that money. Run ad again. Like for like the first between October when I started making those small sales, like January, February, I didn't actually have much savings because most of my money were going back into running paid ads to get more distance. Well, you remember what I told you guys? When you're running those ads, remember those leads are accumulating. I know that ads are investments. Those leads are accumulating. Between October to like January, February last year, I didn't have savings. I didn't have monetary savings, but I had savings of leads. I had audience savings. Now, when those people started buying, they started buying in bulk. Like the speed I used to move from like 20 sales to one sale per week to like that is like 20K per week to like 100K per week was very quick. Why was it quick? Because I kept on getting those leads, because this is an investment. You're accumulating those leads. When you spend that money on ads, it will pay you that first time you're spending on ad, because I can imagine someone that doesn't have money. I tell the person to spend all the money. He just started a business. He made money. I tell him to spend all the money on ads. Of course, it's painful, but it's just something you have to do. It's a sacrifice you have to make. Now, when you spend those money on ads, it gets to a point that you've accumulated those leads. And at that point, you will make those money back and make it in multiple folds because you've used the audience. That is the point that will take you from doing one sale per week to doing 10 sales per week, 15 sales per week, 20 sales per week, to doing 20 sales per day, 30 sales per day, right? And that is just this is just like the step to move from the affiliate that is doing one sale to 10xing his results, doing 10x of what you're doing now. If you want to do 10x, reach out to more people. Reach out to more people. Don't be there and claim that I want to do organic traffic. No, who that one there? Are they giving you trophy? They're not giving you trophy for it. They're not giving you they're not giving you certificates for it. So do what is going to benefit you more. If you are making money, let's say you're making 100K from organic traffic, common sense should tell that, see, move into running paid ads. Move into run. Then I'm going to get to the point of challenges, how you can actually win this challenge from Expertnaire, because see, winning these challenges from Expertnaire is very, very easy. It's very, very easy. There is this Cambridge challenge that some of us won. We didn't do anything special. It's still the same step, this step that I'm telling you guys. I started beating my audience. I didn't look back. Run ads every day. Make sure that every day you are talking to a new set of people. If you are talking to a new set of people every day, you won't have to beg anyone to buy from you. Don't worry, we are coming to that. Let's just continue. Now, if you are getting traffic and everything, your focus should be on conversion. This is where the money is. Conversion is where the money is. Because if you don't respond to your prospects, your audience, you are not going to make sales. If they're not going to convert, and if they don't convert, you're not going to make money. That's why I said initially, focusing on one thing. Personally, for me, this right here is my focus, conversion. Nothing else matters to me in affiliate marketing. I don't run ads myself. I give people my ads to run. Now, you as a beginner, you must not give someone your ads to run, because when I started last year, I wasn't giving people my ads to run, actually. There was a point I was running my ad myself. As of 2020, I was running my ad myself, right? You can start running your ads yourself, but have it at the back of your mind that as you're getting the money, keep running your ads yourself. Now, when the money starts coming much, let's say now you're no longer making 30K per week, you're not making like 100K per week. At that point, look for someone that will do this work for you. If you're not making 200K per week, look for someone that will run those ads for you, because when they're not running those ads and they're bringing those much leads, you will have time to respond to them. Because if you are getting this and you're not responding to them, you still won't make sale. You only make sale when you're getting those guys and you are responding to them. That is the only way you make these sales, right? And that is what I focus on. I wake up every day, I reply messages. That's what I do from Monday to night. Reply messages, make sales, close sales, reply messages, close sales. And that is exactly what you should be focusing on as an affiliate. Conversion. Now, the whole thing is when people say they are looking for hack and strategies and everything, sorry to disappoint you, but there is no secret anywhere. There is no hack anywhere. This is Caleb telling you the truth. There is no secret anywhere. In fact, you see what all top affiliates are doing, you guys know it. What all top affiliates are doing to make this millions, you guys know it. What's Caleb are doing, you guys know everything. But now, what's the difference between Caleb is making more money than you? The difference is that Caleb executes more than you. Other affiliates, Jack the Precious executes more than you. Joy executes more than you. She goes, all of them just execute more than you. They understand that traffic is key and they focused on it. Removed every other noise and they just focus on getting this traffic and focused on conversion. That's the reason why they're making more than you. You that is a newbie affiliate, now you're probably doing one thing or the other. Every day you wake up, you just post more on your status, you go to work, you do, like I said, I'm not telling anybody to resign from your work, please don't misquote me. You wake up, you do this, let's say you do house chores, you do this, all these things are distractions. Now, I'm not going to tell you what you're going to do, but if you want to get the best out of anything you're doing, you know those things that are distracting you, and you're going to tell yourself the truth. You yourself, you know how to actually end those distractions. I'm not going to tell you how to end distractions. You know how to end it yourself. And for you to make the best, you have to end those distractions. There is no secret, like I said, there is no hack. Forget about paying for mentorship. If you take this thing that I taught you this night, if you take it and implement it, your sales are going to skyrocket. It's not about paying for courses. It's not about paying for this person's mentorship, pay for this person. It's not about mentorship. It's not about learning. Personally, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that guy that learns a lot. From 2020, I got Centralized. Now, apart from those two courses that I bought, when I was struggling, apart from that his art course I got to better my targeting and the doing the motor sales and marketing package. From then till now, I've not bought any other course on, like, let me say I want to and learn more about how to increase my results on affiliate marketing. I have not bought any other course because it's not just about reading books, it's not about taking courses, it's about what are you doing with that simple one that you've gotten. And that is where people fail it. People think there's a one secret, someone will come and advertise this course, you go buy, do this. That's not it. If you can just focus on that simple one you've learned, focus on it, try to get the best out of it. Trust me, you are going to be amazed on how it's going to blow your mind the kind of results you're going to get. Well, most people don't want to focus. They think that there's one secret somewhere. They think that there's something Caleb is like, there's one place Caleb is going to get sales. Like, you see me post 15 sales, but they think like Caleb is going one place to get this sales. Like, he's not telling us, he's just telling us WhatsApp. Are you sure it's only WhatsApp this guy is doing? Like, he's doing something. They're not doing any other thing. It's just WhatsApp. One of us do WhatsApp. The same way you upload your status, that's the same way I upload my status. But I still get to make more sense because I understood that this is focus game. Focus on this thing. Get the best out of it. Get it massively. Last month, that was okay. In January, I got about 10,000 leads. Then in February, I can't remember how many leads I got, but still within the range of that 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 leads. Right? That, normally, average, I get 300, 250 leads, 400 sometimes per day. Okay, ask yourself, imagine when you are getting 250 leads per day. That is like in 4 days, you've gotten 1,000 leads. At this point, you don't need to beg anybody to buy what you're selling because if Mr. A does not buy, common body, Mr. B will buy. Mr. B does not buy, Mr. C will. Like me now, at this point, I don't even do follow-up again. If I send you my link to register, if you register, that is your business. If you don't register, still your business. You're on your own. I just, there are people message me, Caleb, I'm ready to start. I'll just send my link, Caleb, I'm ready. That is because the audience are there. I know that if you don't buy today, tomorrow I'm still going to fill up that. In fact, they tend to, it's not like I don't want to do follow-up, but the time to even do that follow-up is not even TSF. The time no date here. So I know that if you don't buy tomorrow, I'm still going to fill up the funnel and that person is going to buy. And this is what happens when you have gotten the traffic hack, right? When you have gotten that traffic, constant traffic. And there's so many ways to get traffic. There are so many ways. When I hear, when people ask me, where do you get traffic? I'll be like, it's not about where you get traffic. It's about what you do with them. How much are they coming from? As of last year, I was doing Twitter influencers, but now I'm no longer doing Twitter influencers. I'm doing Facebook ads, like all my sales come from Facebook ads. You must have seen my ads a lot on Facebook. And that person can still decide, I want to be doing Google ads to give you results. There was a time I tried YouTube ads, right? YouTube ad actually gave me some sales, just like I stopped because it was kind of expensive and the leads were not coming in large quantity that I wanted, so I had to stop. But the few leads that I got gave me leads. So someone can see this, and I can say that I want to be doing just Facebook, YouTube ads, Google ads. In fact, Google and YouTube ads, they are still on tap because I'm not really even seeing much affiliate marketing ads there. It's just been only Facebook. And that person can still do Instagram. And that person can still do TikTok. Just so many places for you to get traffic. So many places for you. If you can just take one, focus on it, it's going to blow up your sales. So many places for you to get traffic as an affiliate, right? Like I said, there is no secret. This is me telling you, and take it from me. There is no hack. You, all of you guys know what we are doing. This whole WhatsApp marketing something is simple and it's free. I made a tweet this evening, like, personally, for sometimes I do feel that all of us affiliate marketers, forgot those that are making millions and all that, we are still not yet doing the whole internet marketing something. In fact, not like we're not doing it, but we've not gone deep into it. Because I look at all these things and it's very easy. It's very easy. It's simple something. Get traffic, convert them. Simple. Traffic and conversion. That is just what we've been doing. And it's like repeating every day, repeat the same process every day. You're just repeating the same thing. No new thing, no new strategy, no new hack, no new nothing. There's nothing new here. You guys know this thing. But just that some people fail to do that work. And if you want to get the money, there is work there to be done. Sometimes I press my phone and I be like, it's not just for me to even throw this phone away because sometimes it gets overwhelming. Imagine every day one person is replying over 500 messages. You reply message in the next 1 hour, messages don't follow up again. You come like it's just overwhelming and all that. But then even as it's overwhelming, you have to understand that this is actually a business. If you compare what you are getting, Okay, let's say now, as of last month, I made 8.2 million naira last month. How many, you ask yourself, how many banks, in fact, how many people in Nigeria even make 8 million naira per month? And those guys that don't make it still get to hustle. So that if the only work that is required for you to make 8 million naira per month is for you to sit every day, reply messages, focus on affiliate marketing, then I don't see the work there. You shouldn't complain about it. You just shut your mouth and do the work you have to do. Do what you're supposed to do. And that is just it. Now, let's talk about trips. I said I was going to come to this part. Now, let me tell you guys what happens in this trip. This last year, I made this switch here. I was saying that if for you to win these challenges, the simple trick is for you to start beating audience ahead of time. Start beating audience ahead of time. The first challenge that was announced was after we went for that first meeting with Boston. Okay, the second meeting with Boston last year, August. That was when they announced that Cambridge challenge and the Egypt trip. Now, when they announced those trips, especially that car challenge, I didn't know I was going to win that car, to be honest, because then I was having traffic issues. If you are following me on Twitter, till that time I was complaining a lot about Facebook banning my ads. Really, they dealt with me. They really dealt with me for like 2 months. I couldn't run ad on Facebook. If I set up ad accounts, they'll ban it. They'll ban my page. Ban. In fact, Facebook even banned everything about skill. I can't run ads with my account. In fact, I can't even create a Facebook page with my profile and run ads to ban it. But I can't even do it with my name. I don't know how, but they will still ban it. So at that point, I didn't know I was going to win it. But what saved me? What saved me is the list I got before that August. Because I've been running ads from the beginning of January last year, I already have buying audience that are ready to buy. So when that challenge started, it was more of like I wasn't building an audience to start a challenge, to win a challenge. I was just doing the normal stuff I was doing. And just more of like those sales that were already coming, of course, because I was beating those days, the sales will keep on coming, right? The sales will keep on coming. And that's what saved me. The first challenge, which was the Egypt trip, I did it in 45 days, which was like, that was 100 sales, right? Yeah, I did it in 45 days. Then the second challenge, which was the Camry, I did it in 3 months, and like 10 days or so. This, like I said, these people that made me win those trips, they are not audience that I got in that August. They are not audience I got in September or October or November. They are people I got way before. Now, what is this time to tell you? If you want to win any challenge, we are going to start beating ahead of it. You are going to start beating. When I made this tweet in December. If someone took this tweet serious, and the person started beating audience massively from that December to now, by now the person will actively be competing for this Lexus car. This is the current challenge that is going on. The person will actively be competing for this Lexus car. Why? Because the person started beating earlier. So if there were objections the audience had, the person has taken his time to like crush those objections. If they were like, those guys were skeptical, is this thing real? Because they've been on the person's contact list, they've been seeing the person's WhatsApp status for like December, January, February. That's like 2 months plus. If someone is on 2 months plus, if you have like, let's say you have like 100 people interested in pricing strategy from you, and they've been on your contact list for like 2 months, between that space of 2 months, at least 60 of them would have been convinced that this is real. Which means between that space of 2 months, you've used that 2 months to like beat their mind. So when this challenge now starts, you just be getting the sales. But imagine when challenge is starting in March, and it's now in March you want to start building audience. How many audience will you even start building? And which time will it take you to convert them? Before you start doing the whole convert them and everything, is the challenge period that's even like gone half and everything, right? That's why I say any challenge you want to win, you have to start building the audience ahead of it. You're not just building audience to win those challenges, you're building audience to make money, which means if challenges are coming, they're coming as a plus. They're coming as a bonus. Now there's something that happened. The day I made 2.2 million naira in 1 month. That day, I didn't expect I was going to do that much number of sales. That was like, how many sales did I make that? That was like 70 something, I mean 80 something sales I made that day. I didn't expect I was going to do that number of sales. Or after that thing happened, it dawned on me that I didn't do anything special. There was no magic. I didn't force people to buy. It's just because I already have hungry audience. Audience that I've been building for like 1 year plus. And this happens everywhere. If you have to, there's this lady that made $2 million in 1 hour, right here in 1 hour. From what I heard, they said she built her waiting list for like 1 year. She didn't send anything to them. What does that tell you? When you build this hungry, when you keep on accumulating those leads, accumulating them, it will get to a point that they will just want to come and buy immediately. You just stay, this person chats you up, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Because you built that hungry audience over time. That's the one I made that $2.2 million in 1 day. I just put out my offer, access to KDEP's inner circle, this. Oh yeah, okay, what is even my inner circle? What I was going to be there is still the same thing that my normal students have. I just changed the name from my normal mentorship to inner circle, and people just wanted to come and get the whole slot that day. Inner circle, inner circle, inner circle, inner circle. And that's offer that day was like part of the things that pushed me up. That was like January was the month I did the highest number of sales I've ever done as an affiliate, 11.7 million. That is because I already have, if I didn't have audience, if I put out that offer, nobody's going to take it. It's not when you have people seeing the offer you're putting out that they will take it. If I didn't have audience and I put out that offer, nobody was going to take it. But because I had the audience, I had to put out offer and everybody just took it sharp. That means if you want to win any 3 by Expertnaire is organizing any challenge, cash challenge, anything, you start beating, and now is the time. Then, okay, I don't know, there may probably be a World Cup challenge, which is going to start probably like, let's say the challenge is going to start like August, I don't know. But as me, there's going to be a World Cup challenge. I want to go to World Cup. Now is the time to start beating the audience. Imagine when you start beating, let's say the challenge starting in August, and you start beating now. That's like 5 months before the challenge actually starts. Imagine you build an audience for like 5 months stretch, and the challenge starts, and you still keep on beating your audience. Why won't you qualify? You obviously qualify now because between 5 months, the audience will be between 5 months. When the challenge starts, they'll just be buying. You don't have to even force anyone to buy. They'll just be buying what you're selling. Keep buying. It's not only strategy for any product you're selling on Expertnaire. Amazon KDP, freelance money port, the car tracker, any products, you need audience. You need audience. What's the difference between the guy that is an importer and exporter and the guy that is just selling phone, probably that is just selling phone in a shop? It's because the importer and exporter is like he's operating on the large scale. He distributes more. He does small things than the guy that is selling on the shop. And I keep stressing on this traffic because that is the real, that is the core of everything. If you're not getting traffic, forget it. Even if your conversion skill is top notch, you still won't make money. It's not when you see people to convert, you're going to convert. So the traffic is like the main, in fact, that should be your main focus. Get traffic, get lots of it. If you can get traffic, even if you don't know how to convert, you are going to make money. Even if your conversion skills are like poor, because you have lots of traffic, you will make money. You will make lots of sales as an affiliate, right? So let's move on to the next slide. Now let's talk about conversion. Let's say you have gotten those traffics now. How can you get at conversion? Like how can you get better at conversion? And that's going to take me to the next slide, which is this. Nobody buys from a novice. Nobody buys from a novice, right? If you're a novice, no one is going to buy from you. Now, how do you, that is a beginner in affiliate marketing, how do you let your audience not see you as a novice? Well, it all boils down to one thing: the content you show them. The content you show them. How do these guys see you? Please give me some minutes. Now, do you want to get better at conversion? It's just 3 things. You want to convert more, work on your authority positioning, on your persuasive contents and testimonials. Right? What do we mean by authority positioning? When I talk of authority positioning, let people see you as the authority you are. Now, when I started affiliate marketing in 2020, then I didn't have money. I was broke and I wasn't even making sales. But if you call my WhatsApp, then you won't know that Caleb is a novice. You won't know. Unless I open my mouth and tell that I'm wasting, you won't know. Why? Because of the way I position my contents. And in fact, it starts from the first profile picture you see. There's this profile picture that was talked about on Twitter, and I'm not trying to mock the guy or anything, but if you're a prospect and you're looking at that person, and the person on that picture is telling you how to make money online, you're not going to believe, because that picture is still looking good. And a lot of affiliates do this. They will just put up one picture like that. You must not go and do a studio picture. You must not. You can still take like one good normal phone picture with your phone, but let it be good. Depending on what you're saying, if you want to teach people how to make money online, you first have to look like someone that is making money online. You first have to look it. If I come to your WhatsApp, from a person, I come to your WhatsApp and you're looking one kind, and I want to tell me you're making 800K in 1 week. How do you want me to believe? How do you want me to believe you? It doesn't work that way. You have to show people what they want to see, because the truth is people believe more of what they see than what they hear. If you're telling them and they're not seeing it, they're not showing it, it's not going to. That's why lifestyle marketing works a lot. What is lifestyle marketing? Lifestyle marketing is telling people that, okay, I'm telling you I'm making 1 million naira per week, and I'm actually making it. See the life I'm living. I'm traveling the world. I'm going to UK. I'm just traveling. I'm living this life. People like seeing a lot. They say seeing is believing, and people want to see before they even believe for everything you're saying. Then persuasive contents, right? If you want to get better as conversion, you have to use persuasive contents on your status. Now I'm talking about WhatsApp conversion, which means your status conversion. Use persuasive content. Persuasive content can be in form of write-up, in form of videos, but let it shall be persuasive. If you're selling a product on how to make money online, that means it has to be something that will trigger people's emotion. That when people look at your content, they like, it's like I've actually been wasting my life. So all this while I've not been making money online, so I've been wasting my life all this. Let's touch people's emotions. There are some contents I'll post on my Twitter and I'll start getting reactions like, okay, you're making me feel like I'm wasting my life, like I'm not doing anything with my life. I didn't cause the person DM to tell the person you're not doing anything with your life. I didn't post on my status you're not doing anything, but it's just the content. So you have to post content that touch people's emotion. That it has to be a trigger. Okay, this content actually triggered people's emotion. Let people feel that. Let's say I've seen a product on weight loss. I'm just giving an example. In that aspect, your content should make people feel bad for actually being fat. That is just the truth. It has to make people feel bad for being fat. If it doesn't make people feel bad, they're not going to respond. Same way as making money online. If you're say the people that are making money online, people have to feel bad for being broke. That is it. They just have to feel bad for being broke. I'm not saying you should go and start shaming broke people on your WhatsApp. No. There are better ways to do that than not shame anybody, but you still get to achieve your aim. But in the end, the idea is to touch their pain points. Let people like feel that you are talking to them directly. And then the last part of it is testimonials, right? Use testimonials a lot. If you're my contact list, you see that I use testimonials a lot, and I found out that people believe more of the content, write-up contents work, but testimonials work more than write-up content, because when you are showing testimonials, people are seeing that this guy is actually making this stuff. He is not making it. His students are making it. He's not just blabbing that he's making it. We are seeing it real, like for real. This is happening. People want to see it. He giving them that testimonies every day, fresh testimonials. Now, as a newbie, you don't have testimonials for yourself. Well, you must not use your own testimonials. Who said it must be your testimonials? When you go to Twitter, there are lots of testimonials. If you are selling some strategy, I'm saying if you are selling some strategy, there are lots of testimonials on our Expertnaire Twitter handle. Now, if you're not selling some strategy, if you're let's say selling this product on Amazon KDP, I've scrolled through Mr. Wells' timeline. I think that was him yesterday. She was sending the link. When I got there, I saw lots of testimonials. So for any product you are selling, you can try and connect to the product vendor and ask for testimonials. Testimonials of what people are saying about the product, because it helps you, it aids your conversion, helps you convert better. That's why Centralized will keep on championing other products on Expertnaire, because Centralized sales has more testimonials around it. It's a product that gives instant results. Someone can start today and next week the person is only making money for Centralized. And that's way the product keeps selling, because there are fresh testimonies, fresh things people are saying about the product, and it will keep on selling. I haven't even seen any product that will rival Centralized as of currently on Expertnaire, unless I see I will know. But because Centralized has that taste, like it's being surrounded with testimonies, people just keep talking, and it makes your work easier as an affiliate, because when a lot of people are talking about one thing, that means it's working. And if that thing is working, it makes it easier for you to tell someone about it. It makes it easier for you to sell that stuff, right? And that is just it. So let's move to the next slide. Now, how to position yourself on WhatsApp. I already talked about this. Content, how you relate with people. Let people see you like, okay, you're not just the guy that wants to come and take their money away. You're the guy that is interested in their self-development. You're the guy that is interested in helping them become a better version of themselves. You're the guy that just wants to help them become better. People have to see you from that point, because that is the only point that those guys will get to trust you. That's the only point that when they get the money for Centralized, they will always come back to you, because you've built this kind of connection to them, like, oh, you build connection with your audience. They see that, feel like this guy is here to help us. This guy is here to take away their sorrow, and guess what I'm saying? This guy is here to help them. Come like as a savior. Of course, you're not stealing from them. You're selling to them a product that works. But I mean, come like the guy that wants to help them. If there's someone that is selling a product of weight loss, of course, the product is working. But when you want to sell it, you come like that guy that wants to help people come fit, come back to shape. And it works in any other product you're selling. Come like that guy that wants to help. Come from the angle of helping them become better, become a good version of themselves, do stuff that they are proud of. At this point, they are going to like you. And when people like you, they're going to buy from you. If people don't like you, no one is going to buy from you. If people call your name and they say, leave this guy, this one doesn't know what he's doing, they're not going to buy from you. Once people buy, they see that you don't know what you are doing, that is the end of everything. No one is going to buy whatever thing you are selling, right? So let's move to the next slide. I think we're almost done with this class. Now, how to attract audience love from WhatsApp. Have you thought about this? Remember, people will buy from those they feel comfortable around, right? They will buy from those they feel comfortable around. So how do you make people feel comfortable around you? Your content. Now, how do you even get content? There are no special ways to get content. Sometimes I screenshot what people talk on Twitter. When I see a very meaningful tweet on Twitter, I screenshot and post. If I see on Facebook, I screenshot and post. Sometimes you must not repost. You can see, let's say someone talk on one topic like self-development or making money online or sales and marketing. You can just develop a long write-up on that topic. Develop like a long content on that topic. Like there's even one of the topics I wrote down. I wrote down, I was going to post on my status. I posted one of it last week. And what was I talking about? Taking risk. Now, taking risk is a topic. And if you saw that post, I elaborated on taking risk. This is why you should take risk. Like that post took like 4 to 5 WhatsApp status updates, and that is a good content. It just happens. We can take one topic, write a long stuff about it. Take another topic, write a long stuff about it. It must not come from you. Can when you see those posts on Twitter or Facebook, I like, okay, this is something that makes sense. Just take the whole summary. Come and write your own content around that same topic. And that is just because all of us we copy ourselves. That is it. There are no new contents. It's something that I'm taking risk. I've talked about it before my status. But I'll still come and talk about it because people just want to keep on hearing it. They will hear and forget. So it's still the same content, but just keep on putting out those contents on your status. Now, the psychology of WhatsApp persuasion and how to effectively persuade your audience. Well, this also comes down to content because when you post those content and people are now very much when you post those contents and now people are now very much convinced of this is you trying to tell them come and buy what I'm selling without you telling them to come and buy. I've had situations that people will ask me, okay, how do you even do this yourselves? We've not seen you post link on your status before. Because when it's me, I never post link for my WhatsApp status before. I never post for once. But I still get to make it because it's not about posting links. We are trying to sell without selling. We are trying to sell without. Most of the people that even get Centralized calls from me, they do not even know that I even earn a commission, unless if I open my mouth and tell you. Of course, if you ask me, I'm going to tell you, yes, I earn a commission. But most of them don't even ask. They don't even ask, Caleb, why do you even do this thing that you do every day? Why do you talk to us on your status? Why do you post testimonials? Why do you even want to help? They don't ask because at that point, their mind has been occupied with Caleb wants to help me. So they don't even ask. And that should be your aim of your contents. Let your audience see you as the helper, that guy that wants to come and help them. And if your leads are not buying, what do you do? Let's say you've done everything I explained from this class from the beginning. You've fixed your mindset, you've focused on affiliate marketing, you are getting lots of leads, and your leads are not buying. You've done everything, and your leads are not buying. Well, there are two things involved. It's either you're not getting good audience. But for my experience in sales and strategy, if you are getting low quality audience, they still buy. They still buy. The only stuff is that they will take longer time. Let's say you get quality audience. I had yesterday, this thing happened yesterday. I have someone that entered my funnel yesterday. She entered around 11 a.m. and by 3 p.m. she already made payment. That's because that person is a quality lead. Now, if you get leads that are not quality, it won't happen. They will still buy, but it will take time. Reason why would they buy? Because almost everyone wants to make money online. As a strategy is a course that teaches people how to make money. So almost everybody will be interested in strategy. Even if someone that does not have money, they'll be interested. Highest, it will take them time to save up the money. So that to me, I don't really feel like there is anything quality and these are not quality when it comes to sales and strategy. Probably for other products, you will have to focus more on quality. But for sales strategy, anybody that you get will still buy. It will just take them longer time, but at the point they will still buy. But if your leads are not buying, check the quality of it. If you want faster conversion and they're not converting at the rate you want, check the quality of the leads you're getting. And of course, if your quality of leads are okay, then check the content you're passing across to them. How is your relation with them? How are you relating with them? How is this content you're giving these guys? Are you touching their pain points? Are you giving out content that make them flow with doing better for themselves, make them flow with trying to make money online, make them flow with trying to start up something? Because you have to use your status in such a way that if there's someone on your contact list and that person is not doing anything, and that person is just idle and lazy, it has to pain that person that, why am I even wasting my life? That is the only point that you get to sales. If your contents are not doing that, trust me, your contents are as good as nothing and you won't really make sale, right? So finally, this simple step that I just explained, we are more than 1 hour in this class already. These simple steps that I just explained are like the steps you can follow to 10x your results. If you're a newbie, you're not making anything, these are steps you can follow to start making something. If you're someone that is not making 1 sale per week, to say these are steps you follow to increase. This is exactly what I did when I started affiliate marketing in 2020. These are the same steps I took to start from nothing to moving to where I am today. It still says if you follow everything I talk about, remembering that traffic is the major stuff here. Traffic is the major stuff here. The more audience you have, the more money you're going to make. The more audience you have, the more sales you're going to make, which means more audience, more sales. So as an affiliate, focus on wanting traffic. If you're building up traffic organically, focus on building that traffic very well organically. Focus on organic traffic. Focus on traffic. Traffic should be your main focus. There is no secret. There is no hack. Stop going around looking for hack. Stop going around looking for secrets. Focus on affiliate marketing. Give it all your best. Give it all your best. If that is just the thing you're doing, take it like you're doing 9 to 5. Take affiliate marketing like you're doing 9 to 5. That every day, someone that is doing 9 to 5, that person must wake up every day and go to work. Whether you feel like going to work or you don't feel like going to work, you shall still have to go to work, so they will not sack you. That way, take affiliate marketing that way. That every day you wake up, do affiliate, whether you feel like doing it or not, do it. Just take it like if you don't do affiliate marketing, someone is going to start you from affiliate marketing. So just do it. If you don't feel like doing it, just do it. Sometimes I will just feel like dropping my phone, just dropping my phone, this whole thing is just overwhelming. But still, I can't do it because I know that this is a business. I can't just drop my phone for like 1 week or 2 weeks. If I come back, the others are not going to the same. I'm going to do lots of sales. It's not like I monopolize the market. The other half day, so if someone message you and you're not responding, they will go to another place and back. That is the reason you have to keep on showing up every day. Keep on showing up every day. Every day, let your audience see you. Every day, let people see. Let people see that we are still talking about this thing. You have not left it. You are still talking about 6 months. You are talking about it. 1 year, you are still talking about it. You have not left it. You are still actively in the business, right? And when you apply these things that I shared this night, when you apply all of it very well, your sales are going to skyrocket. Like, it's even going to blow your mind how your sales are going to skyrocket when you implement these things that I shared this night, guys. So that will be the end of this session, and that will be the end of this session. Like I said, finally, there is no strategy, there is no hack, there is no secret anywhere. We are all doing the same thing, but some people are doing it better than you because they understand the basic principles of business. That's why they're getting better results than you, right? So that is just it for this night. Emmanuel, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, Caleb, I can hear you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, that was actually a fantastic session. I think there are guys who have questions for you because I see some hands are already up. So we're going to be taking questions, just a few questions. You know, Caleb is actually a very busy guy, so getting him down here was practically me dragging him. So we don't want to waste much of his time. We want him to go back and continue his affiliate marketing business because Caleb is always on his phone converting customers. I've seen him many times. We've hanged out already. So we've hanged out many times. So I've seen him many times do that. All right. So the thing is, if you're going to ask questions, please once I give you the mic, just go straight to the point and ask your question, please. Okay. There's no point trying to add to what he has already said. And then we're not going to be answering any complaints here, And then if you're going to ask questions that someone has already asked, please do not, okay? Save us the time so that these questions can go around, so that everybody can get to ask their questions, okay? All right. So I'm going to, okay. So these questions will be answered by me or Caleb, all right? All right, Emmanuel, Giobi. And once I unmute you, if you're in a noisy location, I'm going to mute you back instantly. Okay, Andrew Joseph, Zainab. You know, I can't unmute you guys. I'm just going to give you guys access to unmute yourself.
Okay,
right,
okay.
Joseph,
can you hear me now?
What's your question? Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, my question is, for example, if after I create my landing page, then I pay for this domain, am I still going to pay for anything hosting?
You are paying for domain?
No, yeah. If after I finish the landing page, like I finish creating the landing page and I want to get my own domain name. So they are requesting for money like 10,000 naira. After paying for that domain, am I still going to pay for hosting or what?
Do you want to answer that?
Can you come again, please?
Okay. If I create my landing page, then I want to get my own domain name. So they requested for 10,000 naira for me to create a domain name. So after creating that domain name, for me to host the site, am I going to still pay another money for hosting?
It depends which which domain company are you using?
I totally forgot now because I did not pay. I just ignored it because I don't know. I don't have much knowledge about it. Just what I'm asking before.
Okay. Andrew. First of all, why are you getting a domain name and hosting?
I want to create my own landing page.
Okay, well, if you're using Namecheap, I think Their domain name is around $9.9. That's like $10, and that's like 5,000 plus. And then the hosting is around $2.88. That hosting, you pay it monthly, $2.88. That's like around 2,000 naira. No, around 2,500 naira. Okay. So that's for Namecheap. That's what I use, and they're very reliable. So if you're going to use Namecheap, you pay for domain, and that domain is yearly, once a year. So that's $10. That's like 5,600. Then hosting is monthly. You pay $2.88. That's like 2,500. So that, I think that answers your question. So
yes, sir. Yeah.
namecheap.com. All right.
So I come again.
Namecheap, namecheap.com.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm just going to share it to the I'm going to share the link on the chat box so you can check it out. All
okay,
right.
that would be lovely.
Maurice Akpebe.
Hello.
Yeah, please, once you have asked question, you can lower your hand. All right, Maurice.
Hey, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my question is, Caleb said something about.
Go ahead, go on.
How can I, as a beginner, use an influencer to help me run ads or this kind of stuff?
Okay. As a beginner, I wouldn't advise to influence number one, because when I started doing influencer, I was like kind of the first affiliate that started influencer marketing. So I was like, the whole space then was not saturated. But right now on Twitter, the whole of color affiliate marketing is calm and everything is just the whole of Twitter. So when you don't have that, it's not even going to work. And all that, people are not even going to respond to it. So no need of using influencers. Do you understand that?
I don't know. I think the guy is gone. But I think he understands. Raphael.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, can you hear me? Okay. My question is, Caleb, good evening. I followed you to your DM, so I noticed something that you normally do. When people enter your DM using your link, you send them a message with a link to your YouTube page where you explained about affiliate marketing. So I copied that same thing and I created a video also on YouTube. So when people, after qualifying them, asking them questions, trying to know the reasons why they want to double their income, starting affiliate market, after going through all those processes, then I'll tell them, okay, here's the link to the video where you learn about affiliate marketing and how to get started. But I noticed that most of them, they don't normally view, they don't normally click on the link to go through the video. I really don't know why. Can you please help me out?
How do you know they don't click on the link to go to the video?
You said?
How do you know they don't go to the video?
Like, I do tell them that when you're done watching the video, please type done. And they don't type done.
Some people will not type done. Human beings, we hate taking instructions. Some people will not type done. That does not mean they did not watch it. Some will go and watch it, keep quiet. I have people that will call, I will send video. They will keep quiet. So next thing they will come to my DM, tell them I'm ready to start. I'll be like, did you even watch it? The person say yes, they watched it, they saw the price, everything, they just didn't want to come back because of the price. And there are some people I will send it, they will not even watch it at all. But because they've been on your contact list, that's why your status is very important. The more you keep on engaging them, even after like 1 week, they will not remember, oh, this guy actually sent me one video like that. They will go back and watch it. So it's not like most, they will watch it immediately. Some will watch it immediately, some won't even watch it at all. That's why you have to keep on getting more and more.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Odera. Odera.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, my question is, what's the appropriate amount for running ads on Facebook?
Okay, I don't think there's any maximum or minimum amount to run Facebook. I'm spending 50 K now. Someone can be spending 100K or 200, and another person can be spending 1K, 2K. So I can say it depends on how much you have and how much you're willing to spend. But
Okay.
if you say something.
Okay. If I should use, let me say, like 5K, what is the rate of my how many leads will I get if I should use 7K?
You still can't measure this one. There's no how to measure it. Right? It depends on how the algorithm favored your ad and like how good your ad is and your targeting and everything. I've run ads that I got leads. I get this for like 1 lead for 15 naira. Some ad I get 1 lead for 100 naira. So if you're getting 1 lead for 100 naira, if you spend 5K, that means it's going to give you 50 leads now, right?
Wow.
And for it, 50 leads. That's just how it is. So I can't calculate it.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, once you ask your question, you can just lower your hands, okay? Peace. Akpan.
Hello?
Yeah, who is that?
Peace. Good evening, sirs.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you so much for the class. Please, I wanted to ask a question. He was emphasizing that you need to really focus and then take it as someone that works 9 to 5. Please, how would you advise a student who attends lectures 8 to 6? How would the person cope? What would be your advice to the person?
Okay, if I'm going to answer that, well, I think I'll just use a story of another affidavit, okay? So the thing is, we've got lawyers, like, when I mean lawyers, like law students who are actually still studying law, and then, law course actually comes with a lot of stress, right? So, and then many of them are still doing the affiliate marketing business and then they are doing fine. We've got other students studying different courses in both Nigeria, both the ones in Lagos universities and outside Lagos and even outside Nigeria, okay? So the thing is, if you actually create a timetable or if you look at your daily schedules, you find out that there are the times you spend on Instagram, gossiping or checking out stuff, the time you spend on gisting with your friends, the time you spend on washing clothes and all of those things can actually be used on the business. I'm not going to ask you to stop or not focus on your studies. It's actually very important. But out of 24 hours, if you check through very well, there are times that you just find that, okay, there are times that out of 24 hours that you have, you find that about 10 hours of your time, say, or maybe 5 hours of your time is spent on something that are really irrelevant. You understand? And what Caleb was talking about, focusing on what brings in the money. Yeah, I learned this many years back. That was like about 3-4 years back when I come to realize that more. Those times I spend on washing clothes, those times I spend on cooking. I'm actually a bachelor. Those times I spend on doing some house chores. I can spend those time, make more money, and then use that money to pay people who come and be doing those things for me. That way, I'm making more money. That way, I'm also kind of increasing employment, and I'm helping people also. Do you understand? So, since you're schooling, you can draft out your time and look at those times you spend on something that are really not relevant. Well, because you're a lady, yeah, of course, you should still learn how to cook, but there are still some times that you just use probably with your friends and all of those things. So, and you can even automate some of these things. You can automate it. Let's say you don't want to go through that route of maybe let's say you're very social or you don't want to stop with, because I'm a guy and I can decide to stop cooking. But most like when I get married, yeah, I'm actually not hoping that my wife will do cooking, but I'm still going to assist in the kitchen, but not all the time, right? But for you, let's say you want to maybe learn how to kind of those things, and you probably need to do those things, fine, quite all right. But you can also employ somebody who would kind of assist you. You understand? You can get a virtual assistant, like maybe a young boy or a young girl who is probably still in secondary school, who is very good with social media. Okay, you can drive traffic to a WhatsApp group, so or maybe WhatsApp funnel, and show them and teach them what to do. Okay, I see on my affiliate marketing business, even though I have a very busy on schedules, but the conversion part and chatting and all of those parts, I don't handle them myself. I have an assistant who does it for me. Okay, so I've kind of I've taken him to a training where he now knows what to post, where to get content from, how to get content, and all of that. Okay, and with that, my affiliate marketing business can run on auto without me physically being involved. The only involvement I have on that business is just to drive traffic. So I just want to from Facebook to that WhatsApp, and then the guy does the whole conversion and everything for me. Okay, and I pay him, and I even pay him commission on every sales he brings in. You understand? So I think that answers your question.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm actually a newbie. I joined just last week.
Oh,
So,
that's fantastic. So since you're a newbie, focus more on learning, going through the course, and then from there, when you now have an idea of how it works, then that's when you can implement the automation that I talked about. Okay, but if you focus more on learning this stuff, and you can kind of reduce the time you spend with your friends, kind of the time you spend on social media doing nothing, and the time you spend on doing some house chores. Okay, we can resume those things back when you have kind of mastered or gotten a full idea of how the thing works. Yeah, Caleb, you have anything to add to that?
hello?
No, I think you said everything. So, like I said, just remove all distractions and focus on one thing.
All right, Ibrahim,
Thank you very much.
Ibrahim? Yeah, Ibrahim. Okay, who's going first?
Hello.
Edidio, you can go first.
So my question is, boss here.
I can't hear you.
Okay, I can't hear the two of you. Just please post your question in the chat box. I'm going to take them up. Okay, just to save us, just to save us time, you can be post your question in the chat box. Let me just take them one after the other. Post your question in the chat box. Let me take them one after the other. The time we're using to mute and unmute is kind of taking much time. So let's just post your questions. Let me just take them one after the other. I'll read them out, and then me and Caleb can respond to them one after the other. How do you select targets? How do you select a target audience on Facebook? Yeah, Caleb, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to talk on this? Practically on Facebook, yeah. I don't think this is what I can actually explain here because it needs showing, and then even if I try to explain it, you might not even get it. So maybe when we have a Facebook class, I'll show you guys. I'll show you, okay, Timmy Tokwe. Maybe when we have a Facebook, maybe I'll show you, but I don't think I can explain it here. Okay, what do you think?
Can you go again with the question?
The question is, how do you select a target audience on Facebook? How do you select a target audience on Facebook?
Okay, when it comes to anything running ads, I really can't answer because
I can't hear you.
I said when it comes to anything running paid ads, I can't answer them. So I don't know how to do those things.
Okay, you can't answer Facebook ad questions.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, and I'm talking to him, her, as a Facebook expert. So the thing is, I can't really answer that question. Reason is because it needs showing. Okay. So we'll just be on the lookout when we put up a class on Facebook, make sure to be available. And maybe when my Facebook post is out, make sure to get it. Yeah, what's the main cause of WhatsApp hooking? Caleb.
So what's the main what?
What's the main cause of WhatsApp hooking? WhatsApp hooking. Hooking, yeah, to hook something.
That is like hanging now.
Sorry?
That's like WhatsApp hanging.
Yeah, is that the question, Madu? Like, do you mean hanging or hooking? There's a from hanging and hook. Okay, let's do that. How do you host your webinars?
Okay, I don't host webinars. What I use, my lead magnet is a video on my YouTube. And that video has almost 50,000 views now. So that's just my lead magnet.
So you use what?
My lead magnet is a video on YouTube. That is my lead magnet.
Okay, so you say he doesn't post webinars. He drives traffic to his video on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
All right. How do I run ad on Facebook as a newbie? Well, any question on Facebook is very broad and it's something I can really explain here. I hope when we put up a Facebook class, you can join, or you can also watch out for my Facebook course that I'll be releasing in less than 30 days. What's the main? Because okay, the next question: what is the step mentioned tonight? We're not going to. Please just go through the replay. I'm creating a landing page on card. How do I add privacy policy to it? Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone said it's creating a landing page on card.
I think someone already talked about, okay, one of my guys that was running ads for me, he said that even using that card.io to run ads is not good, like to do that page is not good. So
Caleb, I don't know, you're far from your mic. I'm not really hearing you again.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said one of my guys that was running ad, my Facebook ad, I was asking him, I was saying that using that card to do the whole landing page, this thing is not advisable. So I won't advise anyone to do it because I've not used them before. But if you want to get a domain name, you can use Domain King. You can even get a domain name and host it for 3,000 naira on Domain King.
Okay, and that question, since you have been running Facebook ad to WhatsApp, what campaign objective do you use?
It's usually conversion and lead generation.
Okay, well, okay, if you say conversion and lead generation, how is the funnel like? You want ads from Facebook to where first? From
Facebook to landing page. Then from my landing page, the button on my landing page will now lead them to my WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. That means that there's a pixel probably installed on.
Yeah, there's a pixel. All my ads we use pixel.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so it uses conversion, okay. But for me, I actually use traffic, under traffic, messaging. Then for messaging, I run my ads directly to a WhatsApp. What's the main cost of WhatsApp? Okay, which one concerns more WhatsApp? How can I connect with Caleb? How can I connect with Caleb on WhatsApp?
Well, on my Twitter, this thing, my website link is on my profile, so you can just click on this and connect with me on WhatsApp. Someone
is asking, how can I create content? Well, I think I will just answer that, and I'm going to share my screen to do that. So the thing is, if you want to create content, you actually do not need to. Let's say you don't even have content to create. It's very simple. I think I already explained this in the last space. So if you go to Quillbot is actually a software that helps in paraphrasing whatever content. Like you can paraphrase anything. Can you guys see my screen? So let me get on my Twitter handle now. Let's say, okay, now this particular one now, I can paraphrase this. So let me say, let's just say I want to paraphrase this. Like let's say I want to get content from this particular headline. I'll just copy like this. then come here, then paste it. So I've pasted, you can see I just pasted the headline and I'll just click on paraphrase. Can you see the difference now, guys? Can you guys hear me? Can you see the screen? Can you see my screen? Caleb, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
All right, so with this now, it means that you can just go on Twitter. So you can see this is the main content that I copied. How we did 7.9 million from selling the toothpaste during the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic lockdown using this 3-step QCC formula. Now this is being paraphrased to using the 3-step QCC formula. We made over 7.9 million naira selling to QCC. So let's look for something else. So the thing is that you can come on Twitter, follow some of these guys, you can follow me, you can follow Mr. Tony, you can follow Caleb, you can follow these guys, and then look at their content and copy it and then paraphrase it and use it. So let's paraphrase this. How to get rich, no excuse. Stay right there. Okay. So if I'm going to paraphrase it, I'll just come here and paste it. Click on paraphrase. So I'm just going to see now this particular content. I'm just going to copy it now and just go and tweet it. Very simple. All right, I think that has answered the question. Is the name of the is Quillbots. All right, I think we'll just take a few more questions and then that will be all for tonight. Few more questions. Okay, Rachel, Raphael is asking, when I engage prospects on a call and after tackling all objections and close the sales, I notice that they don't make payment. What could be wrong?
It's not everyone that will buy from you, right? That is one thing you need to understand. So even after doing everything, it's still everyone that will buy from you. That's why you still keep on saying you get more leads. If you get more leads, even after some people not buy, you still get that tiny percentage that will buy. Because when it comes to buying, it's just tiny percentage that will buy. So the more leads you get, the more you're likely to make sales from those tiny percentage.
Okay, we're going to take 3 more questions and that will be all. I want to ask, what was the product you first promoted when starting out?
Okay, it's just Centralized that I first promoted, and that is what I'm still promoting.
Okay, Master Caleb, how do you manage your SIMs in your 3 phones?
How do I manage what?
Your SIM card.
There are different SIM cards on the 3 phones now.
Huh?
Different SIM cards on the 3 phones.
All right. How do I make sales without running any single ad?
It's organic traffic. Organic traffic is another topic on its own. Organic traffic is leveraging on your existing audience to build more audience. So what I would advise, if you've not watched that Kenny's teaching on that PATTS, you should go and watch that part. I think Kenny taught organic traffic there, so you should go and watch it. There's the recording that was on YouTube. So watch it. Check your mailbox. Don't send out that mail on the recording. Watch it and you will learn organic traffic from that place.
How frequent should we update our status as a newbie?
It depends. There's no particular number. So sometimes I post like 10 status, 5, 4. But don't post too much that will make your status to look like a chain or something. Just like be moderate at posting it. Don't have to post too little and don't have to post too much.
All right, please, can I do Expertnaire marketing outside Nigeria? Yes, you can run Expertnaire affiliate marketing business from outside Nigeria, but you need to have a Nigerian bank account to do it for now. Okay, we are working on expanding our payments gateway where we'll be able to pay people from outside Nigeria. For now, we can't pay affiliates that are not using Nigerian bank accounts. But if you're in wherever you have a Nigerian bank account, you can just pay into your account. What conversion can one select? Okay, that's all. For those of us who need Facebook experts, well, okay, just like I said, I'll be coming to have a Facebook class with you guys. So be on the lookout, and then my Facebook course is coming out. Be ready to buy. Okay, why is it not advisable for newbies to start selling Centralized products first? Who is giving you that advice? You can try to sell any product, okay? You don't have to sell Centralized, and you don't have to. You can sell any product actually, okay? Okay, last question. Yeah, if you are designing a landing page, you need to use a laptop. Someone is asking, how can I create a YouTube video like yours, boss? Go and search on Google or search on YouTube, so you see how to create videos.
That my YouTube video was even a Zoom class. I just recorded and uploaded on YouTube.
Sorry?
My YouTube video was a Zoom class I did with some people that wanted to learn affiliate marketing. So after it, I recorded the Zoom video and I put it on YouTube.
Okay, well, I think we're just going to round up the class. If you came late or you probably missed one or two, you can watch out for the recorded video. It's going to be out in 24 hours, okay? It will be shared on the Twitter handle, and it will be shared on my timeline also, and maybe Caleb can also even retweet. So you guys can follow Caleb at Caleb 1acre. Is it Caleb _ 1acre, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb, you can follow Caleb on Twitter at Caleb _ 1acre. This is the handle. Then you can also follow me at Emmanuel Adio21. Okay, so I'm going to post the two handles, and you can follow the Expertnaire handle also at Expertnaire. All right, guys. So we've come to the end of today's session. I hope you guys actually got value. I hope you guys actually enjoyed the class. So by next week, we're going to meet again, and our Twitter space also continues on Sunday. All right. So thank you everyone for making out your time, and thank you so much, Caleb, for coming up. Okay. Bye-bye. Good night.